Alright, I've been trying to shoot this video for the past, 30 minutes and my camera just would not work. So, I'm just gonna do it, and wherever it ends or interrupts, I'm gonna just break it up and try to merge the videos together. If not, I'm just gonna post them back to back, and one of them is gonna be part one and the other one's gonna be part two. But I'm talking about WWE stuff right now, as you can see in the title, obviously, and it's 10 things that WWE needs to stop doing so I can start enjoying WWE again. Of course, I'm going to enjoy SummerSlam. It's a big show. It's a big audience, big ambience, big matches on there. But I usually can't watch like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown at the same time. In the same week. I usually can't go through 5 hours of WWE product because I know I'm going to see these 10 things, and that just not gonna say terrifies me, but it just discourages me. And sometimes, like, I can't. Most of the time, I'm working during that time, but I could still find a way to watch it, and I just don't feel like watching it because, you know, it just kills my enjoyment of it. So WWE, please stop doing these 10 things, and yeah, make a young boy happy, and make a young boy be able to do some more WWE content. Number one is the surprise roll up too many times. Obviously that's where the wrestler doesn't hit the finisher, or they just cover the other opponent and pin them to the mat for 1, 2, 3 out of nowhere. Most of this list, it happens too many times. That's really the issue with it. It happens too many times. WWE, please stop doing it. It's not cool. It never was, and it's never gonna be cool. Stop doing the surprise roll up over and over again. Number two is the distraction finish, which is actually a combination. Most of the time, it's a combination with a surprise roll up. So a wrestler runs down and like causes a distraction from one of the wrestlers they're probably feuding with, or sometimes they're feuding with both wrestlers and they just feel like that one makes no sense because why are you helping one when you're feuding with both of them? But yeah, it happens sometimes. He just like it causes distraction with one of them and the other one gets hit with a finisher, or sometimes most of the time it gets rolled up and that leads to the end of the match. And that's, again, they're trying to protect their wrestlers, but they just make one of them look lucky and the other one look stupid. So it's too many times that it happens. I guess they both look stupid, honestly, but you're making a mockery of your rules. You're making a mockery of your entire sport. You're making a mockery of your entire company. So please stop doing it. Another one is the disqualification finish. Like, too many times. Again, same thing. Disqualification. You can count out to that one as well. Too many times they do it. They count out is when the wrestler is outside and the referee counts from 1 to 10, and if both of them are out, it's a draw. If one of them is out, whoever is still in wins the match, obviously. And sometimes, like, what actually kills this one is even about just the repetition, which is bad. Repetition is always bad if you continue to do it over and over again. That's never good. But what actually kills it, I think, is the referees that are actually the most fault in this one, because sometimes they just stop counting for no reason at all. They just restart their count. Sometimes they just stop counting altogether, and it's like, well, why are you changing the rules? Why are you doing double standard? It doesn't make any sense. It's not like a storyline of you being a corrupt referee or anything. You just stopping the rules because that's not how the match is supposed to end. Well, you got to keep going. You got to keep the reality keep going. Like, you can't just stop just because it doesn't like fit into what story you're trying to tell. You can't just change the rules over and over. Like, we're gonna notice that, and you're gonna kill the emotional investment into it. So please stop doing that, WWE. And we have another one: incessant rematches. Too many times, too many matches over and over again, every single time. Like 6 weeks in a row, I literally saw some form of Damian Priest taking on The Miz and or John Morrison, some form of it, in either in tag team matches or in singles matches over and over again. There was actually one week where they faced each other in a singles match, and then Sheamus and Ricochet came down, and that led to a tag team match between the two teams, and it literally ended the same way, the exact same way. John Morrison got hit the lights by Damian Priest, or the Reckoning, and that led to the end of the match. So why didn't you just do a tag team match? Why did you do the singles match? Didn't make any sense. Number 5 is investing nothing into their female wrestling. Too many times they just leave the wrestlers to hang dry. They invest nothing into the female wrestlers. They don't give them storylines. They don't define if they're actually baby faces or heels. Well, if you don't understand anything about WWE, a baby face is somebody who always tries to do the right thing at all costs every single time, and they only ever cheat to make the heels look bad and look stupid because they've been cheating all the time. And the heels is somebody who doesn't care. They're gonna cut corners. They don't care. They're just trying to win. They don't care how they do it, and they're gonna act like they've achieved everything if they win by cheating. So that's what babyface and heels. But in WWE, the females don't seem to have that. Like, very few females actually are, classified as a babyface or classified as a heel. Most of the time, they just keep them some way. Or sometimes they try to make them babyfaces when they're clearly heels, and they try to make them heels when they're clearly babyfaces, and it's not gonna work out. And they just flip flop. Sometimes they just go, oh yeah, this guy's a babyface today, it's a heel the next day, and it's like, it doesn't make sense. You have to you have to keep that consistency, or there's no point of doing what you're doing. So that's something they have to stop doing as well. Number 6, I believe. Now I am. I nearly lost count. Yeah, that's funny. A mathematician that can't do math. But yeah, I think that's number 6, and it's unnecessary stipulation matches. Too many times, we have like the same, matches that happen like too many times. They just do stuff just to do it. Like, for instance, the Kofi Kingston. Sorry, not Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods against Bobby Lashley. There was no reason for that to be a Hell in a Cell match. He just did it because they wanted to give Raw a Hell in a Cell match after giving SmackDown a Hell in a Cell match. By the way, Roman Reigns against Rey Mysterio was not a Hell in a Cell match either. That feud did not go anywhere enough for it to be a Hell in a Cell match. Oh, yeah, he attacked Dominic Mysterio. Newsflash, Rey Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is a wrestler, so he can get attacked by another wrestler. That's just how it works. Just because he's your son does not mean that he should get special treatment. So if he got attacked by Roman Reigns, that's part of the business. That's not a reason to go into Hell in a Cell. That's definitely not a reason at all. And the same thing applies to Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre. That feud did not have any reason to be in that match. Doing stuff just for the fun of doing it never ends well. Never works in wrestling either. So I don't know why they continue to do it. So WWE, please stop doing unnecessary stipulation matches. And number 1 contenders matches against champions. Too many times they go, oh yeah, if this guy wins this match, then they get to challenge the champion over and over again. It happens too many times. Damian Priest against Sheamus for the United States Championship happened, and then Shinsuke Nakamura, who's now the champion, happened against Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews was the champion a couple of weeks ago, and it happened, and then they had the actual match after that, and yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura won. So by the whole point, the whole reason that happens is because they usually only have one person that can challenge the champion at that point. So you can't really have a number 1 contenders match between 2 people when you only have one person that you've actually built up to that point. So that's the issue. WWE needs to tell better stories so they can actually build momentum for more than one wrestler at a time, which means they can actually challenge the champions that they can face. So that's what they need to work on that one. So I believe that was number 7. Number 8 is title feuds without storylines. Most of the time, wrestlers just like stroll down. The Goldberg just stroll down on Bobby Lashley and goes, I'm next, I'm facing you for the title, and Bobby Lashley's like, yeah, cool, that works for me. Same thing when John Cena just goes, do 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 do, I'm facing you for the title. Roman Reigns goes, head of the table, suffering succotash. He didn't say that part anymore, but yeah, it just goes, hey, yeah, no, you're on, son. Let's do it. Son. Too many times. No, not enough storylines. No reason for anybody, like no reason to warrant you getting a match. You have no momentum. You just came back and you just get a match just because you're John Cena or just because you're Goldberg. That's not enough. Gotta tell a better story. It'd be fine if it happened with like just people like Goldberg and John Cena, but it happens with full-time wrestlers too. They just show up and they just go, oh yeah, I'm getting a match, and the champion's like, oh yeah, cool, that works for me. Same thing with him and Priest. That's literally what happened, and then they turned around and did this match. So it doesn't make any sense that they did a number 1 contenders match when they already did that. Oh, you want a match? Yeah, you can get a match. But whatever, nobody actually cares. They honestly don't even care, so why should we care? That's what I'm talking about. So emotional connection. Well, how are we gonna get that if you're wrestlers, and if you not the wrestlers always care. By the way, this isn't about the wrestlers. Wrestlers always care. They always do their absolute best, but they're not given enough of a platform by the management and by the writing team. So those are the people that need to change, not the wrestlers. Wrestlers are awesome. Number 8, I believe. That would be the tag team breakups. Too many times. Too many tag team breakups. Please stop doing it. WWE. I think I may have lost my count there. Probably should be at number 9. Doesn't matter. I have a bonus one anyway, so we could get to 10, or it might be 11. I don't know. I'm trying to get this down so I can go play soccer. So let's just go. We're having fun. It's fine. Yeah, tag team breakups. Too many tag team breakups. They break up they put teams together just to break them up, and sometimes teams are doing so well together, and they obviously can't do enough as individual stars, but they break them up anyway, and then they invest. They try to do something with them for 2 weeks, and then they go, oh yeah, well, we probably shouldn't have broken this team up. And sometimes they don't even invest anything into breaking the team up. They have them lose too many matches. By the time you break them up, nobody cares about the feud, so it doesn't go anywhere. So what was the point of breaking that team up? And then you complain about, oh, we don't have enough teams now, tag team divisions. Well, yeah, because first of all, you keep releasing too many of them. That's not cool. Second of all, you keep breaking them up for no reason and trying to put them in the singles division where you don't even use them for anything anyway. So what's the whole point? So that's the killer. So that's something that they need to work on. Definitely stop doing unnecessary breakups. WWE, like I said, if you do stuff just for the doing sake, it usually doesn't end well for anybody. So please, WWE, stop doing that. And then we have 50-50 booking. Same thing with a surprise roll up and a distraction finish and a disqualification finish just to protect the wrestlers. Doing stuff, that's the moral of this video. Doing stuff just for doing it does not end well for anybody. So WWE, please stop insulting our intelligences. Please stop acting like, we're babies and we don't know what's going on. Stop doing that. 50-50 booking never works. You're not protecting anybody, because at the end of the day, Karen Cross is now, I think, 3-2. Well, guess what? That doesn't make him any more dominant than Jeff Hardy, who's 1-2 against him as well. So doesn't make him any more dominant than Keith Lee, who's 1-1. Just pick a wrestler, roll with that wrestler. It's fine if we don't like the fact that you picked that one over somebody else. Their time will come. If it doesn't come, it's fine as well. Just pick somebody and roll with it. Stop doing this. You're not protecting anybody. You're not giving either one of them a platform, because Keith Lee or Karen Cross can't actually step up to Bobby Lashley and challenge him because they don't actually have the record or the momentum to do so. So it wouldn't make sense to just go back to title feuds without storylines, which is another issue. So that's the whole point. So don't do that stuff. That's what leads to a killer. And a bonus one, or it might be number 10. I didn't actually keep count. I'll try to be better at this listing next time. This was just a quick video because I've been trying to do this video for a long time, so I just did a quick one. Hopefully my camera doesn't die before I'm done. Like the bonus on number 10 is a never-ending feuds. So like I said, with the Karen Cross, with the Damien Priest and the John Morrison and the Miz thing, never-ending. They literally paid off that feud when Damien Priest beat John Morrison, and then he moisted up both. He didn't just moist them up with they have dripsticks and there's water in them and like liquids in there, and he shot them at them, like a water gun thing. But it's nothing weird like that. No, I swear it's not. It wasn't weird like that, honestly. That was weird when I said I moistened them up. But yeah, he just shot that at them, and then the Miz, who was in the wheelchair pretending to be hurt, stood up, and that was the big reveal that the Miz wasn't actually hurt. So why are we still doing Damien Priest against John Morrison and The Miz? Why are we still doing that feud? It never ends. That's the problem. You cannot keep doing feuds. Again, Elias and Jackson Ryker, they had a strap match. Jackson Ryker beat Elias for I think the third match in a row after Elias refused to wrestle with him. He beat him in a strap match, and all of a sudden they're still feuding. How are you gonna do that's what I'm talking about, unnecessary stipulation matches. If you're gonna continue a feud, don't do a stipulation match that should be the be all and end all. Just like Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton from last year, where they had an ambulance match and Drew McIntyre won that match, claymored him and locked him in the ambulance, and that was it. He drove away, but then next week they were still feuding. Why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Why do you continue to do feuds when the match, like, you've had a blow off match and it's over? The feud is over. Move on. Go find somebody else to fight. You've lost the feud or you've won the feud. Move on to something better, something else. Why you keep doing that? It doesn't make sense. Again, like I said, it's not on the wrestlers. They can only do what they're told to do by the writing team, and they can only do what they're told to do by Vince McMahon and the management staff. But please, WWE, stop doing that. It doesn't make any sense. Why you're hurting your own product? Just because you're already getting paid by Peacock and just because you're already paid by the USA Network and by Fox does not mean that you shouldn't tell stories. My mother always told me growing up, and I'm sure everybody's mother has told them growing up, whoever had a guardian or didn't have any mothers. No disrespect to you either. Somebody has told you at some point something is worth doing well. So do it well. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Nobody's forcing you to be a WWE writer. If you don't want to be a WWE writer, go get another job. You can get another job. You're qualified. Go do something else. so other people who actually are emotionally invested can actually get that job. So do it. That's what we need to see. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Sorry about the rant. I always do that at some point in the videos, go on a tangent. It's what it is. That's just the kind of person I am, I guess. But thanks for the support. Continue to like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see some more of this. I think I got one more WWE video coming up tonight as well. But it's been a pleasure as always, and thank you so much for the support again, like I said. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.